Hey, how y'all doing this afternoon? It's Sunday afternoon out here in the barn. Been doing a little work on the Budweiser. Dale Jr.'s Budweiser, the notorious Bud livery. Everybody knows that car. So this one, I decided to do a full interior on. And when you go to do that, when you go to put your chassis underneath it, well, you gotta do a little hack work. I will clean that up. It won't look like that when it's done. But you gotta make the engine fit in there and all that jazz. Here's the chassis I've been working on today. Yeah, it looks like something you'd pull behind a tractor. Just missing some discs along the bottom. But I just when I build a chassis, I don't have really usually any idea what I'm gonna do. I just start them. And I thought, well, I'll just start in on it. Just try to make it fit the best I can. This is my first one I've done with the interior. Normally I'll just build a simple chassis and I'll use the wood for the body mounts, but this time I'm actually utilizing some of the plastic interiors structure. This model's built pretty well. It's pretty thick plastic they've got for the chassis. So I didn't really have to make this too crazily beefed up because it'll get some of the structure from the actual chassis itself, the interior and everything. But just kind of made it to where it matched up under there. Nice and flat underneath it. You can see where the axle I made sure to get my wheelbase correct. The axle centered up with the hub, with the fender well, I mean. Fits in there pretty good. That's not I'll probably use a different guide, but the guide fits in there good. The guide is hidden behind the bumper. You won't be able to see that, so that worked out good. One thing I did, this model has it's got the little mounting lugs up in here. I don't know if you can see that, but it goes into the body. There's one in the front, there's two in the back. And I just drilled these holes out and I tapped it out and put some little machine screws in it to hold the body on the chassis. Yeah, it should work pretty good. It's gonna be heavy with the interior and it adds a lot of weight. That's why I tried to keep this thing. Hey, it survived a fall, that's good. I tried to keep this thing as light as possible. It's just made from some brass stripping, and then I've got some rectangle shape tubing up front to hold the guide tongue, which I cut quite a bit of the guide tongue away just to save some weight. And it's straight. Got it good and straight, good and square. Definitely looks strange. It's definitely like not too fancy or, you know, too high tech of a chassis. And it's got some flex too. It's gonna flex some. But like I said, using that integrity of the plastic chassis, because that thing's pretty stout in itself, but I'll just use some little machine screws to mount it. It'll have some float to it. I left enough room in here so it'll float. There's going to be plenty of play there where that body will move separate from the chassis. So yeah, just a little update what I've been working on this afternoon. So It's gonna be a fun one. Stay tuned. See y'all.